Hey there, Scott here from Allan Online and 7-Figure Sales Academy. So in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the top deal-killing sales objection and how to overcome it. So after 25 odd years in the sales game, I found that the most common objections are really only caused by two things. You haven't sold enough value, and I'm talking about to the individual and not the company. Or maybe funds aren't forthcoming because you haven't sold to the person with the ability to say yes and not just no. Now you'll note here that I'm not focusing on how to counter them, but rather how to avoid them coming up in the first place. So here's an objection as an example. There's no budget or this solution isn't needed. Now this objection occurs most commonly in the following two situations. So here's the first one. You're selling to the wrong person. Now, in my experience, a key characteristic of an executive is that they have the ability to allocate funds to a project. Now, if you're selling to anyone other than a person with that type of executive title or authority, you're playing a risky game by potentially dealing too low in the company. So when selling value, you must do so all the way to the top. Otherwise, you'll lose opportunities, even if you have the support of a primary contact. Now, not to mention you're at the mercy of a competitor who could influence the allocation of those types of funds through other relationships. Or issue number two, you're selling ROI for the company and forgetting that humans buy and not companies. Now I've lost count of the number of ROI positive business cases that have fallen short of the mark even when there was a huge benefit for the company. Now, I've learned that the reason is that people are self-interested. And if you don't uncover what personally motivates the decision makers in a process, you may not be able to overcome that kind of organizational inertia. You see, people inevitably take the path of least resistance, and despite the fact it may provide a material net return for their company, if it doesn't provide personal benefit to your contact, then you may get knocked back, because you need to think about this. It's no longer B2B or B2C, it's now H to H, human to human. So in summary, when preparing to meet a prospect to propose my solutions, I'm looking to be prepared to answer the following objections. Access and credibility with buyers who have the ability to say yes and not just no, along with the authority to allocate funds to the project in question. A proposal that describes commercially relevant, time-bound ROI with an emphasis on solutions and features that differentiate me or the company I'm working with from the competition. And ensuring my proposal highlights the key elements of how the solution itself will contribute to the decision maker's personal agenda. So in conclusion, the best way to address the big objections is to not receive them in the first place. And I'm sure that's fairly self-evident. But if you do, be forearmed and with the antidote. If you'd like to learn more 7-figure sales skills, strategies and tips, check out my free 4-video masterclass on selling to the modern customer at 7figuresalesacademy.io/masterclass. And as always, I'm here for you. Your time is now, and let's crush it together.